Hello, and welcome to day 9 of our travel through the 22 gates of the tarot. If you haven't seen any of the videos before, I recommend you go back and watch them, and particularly the one at the start that gives all the safety information. So please go back and watch that. But if you have been with us throughout the journey, we now enter a brand new phase. The first octave of the triadic path that we've been walking has been the octave of vision, where we've been focusing and developing the vision of who we want to become, the version of ourselves that we long to see in reality. Today we take a turn and we travel along a fresh octave, and this is the octave of shadow. This is where we start to explore our inner thoughts and beliefs, the things that we hide about ourselves, often mostly to ourselves, let alone anyone else. And the card that's going to take us through that is the Strength card. Just take a few moments to look at this image and notice if it stirs anything in you, any thoughts or feelings, emotions. We have a woman with a wild animal, and it could easily overpower her. It could easily tear her to pieces, but it's looking up at her with love, and she is looking back at this animal with curiosity and kindness and love. And she's even got her hands around this animal's mouth. She's not scared by it, and the animal also feels safe to be seen. When we think about our deepest, darkest desires, we often get scared to think about them. If we were to truly think about what it is that we want to do or the type of person we want to be, it can be scary because that could, if we were to follow those desires, that could destroy the version of our lives that we've built. It could destroy the ego that we have, and that's very often how we define ourselves, by our ego. And also, if we when we start looking at our fears and our self beliefs, the limitations that we have imposed on ourselves, the things that we say about ourselves, if we start to look at those aspects of us, that's really scary. It can feel like at any moment that we're gonna be attacked and it's gonna hurt us and it's unsafe. So this is why the strength card is so powerful. The strength card is inviting us to not just look at those parts of us that we try to avoid, we try to look away from, those parts of us that we try to lock away in the deepest, darkest dungeon of our inner being. Not to only to look at those parts, but to love those parts, to have kindness to those parts, to play with those parts, to have curiosity and allow those parts of us to be seen. So, this is the archetype we're traveling with today. So, I'm going to invite you now to get comfortable, either sat up, lie in, whatever works best for you. And as we travel along the shadow, and we'll be doing this for the 7 days, The format of the session is going to be the same, but when we get to doing the wave breath that we've been doing, instead of doing it through the nose, the invitation is to do it through the mouth. If that doesn't feel good for you, then you can absolutely continue to do it through the nose. But the invitation is, whilst we walk the path of the shadow, we breathe through our mouths. So that said, let's start by doing our 3 preparation breaths. So taking a deep breath in through the nose, filling the lungs from the bottom of the lungs to the top. And when you're full, just hold and take a sip more and hold and slowly release through the nose. Notice how your body has already started to feel different with those few breaths. And let's take a second one. Breathe in deeply, filling the lungs. And at the top, hold. And a sip more. And hold. And then out through the nose. Nice and slow, allowing everything to relax. Notice how your mind and body feel after those 2 breaths. And we're going to take a third and final one now. Breathing in through the nose, filling the lungs. And at the top, holding. Taking a sip more and hold. And sip more and hold. And slowly out through the nose. Just noticing how peaceful this feels, how comfortable you are. And notice that no matter what's happening around you, inside there's stillness and peace. Allowing the muscles of your face and head to relax, including your jaw, your tongue, the back of your head. Allowing your neck to soften, your shoulders to drop. Noticing anywhere in your body where you're holding on, where there's tightness, and just letting go. Allowing yourself to sink into the surface beneath you. And any thoughts that pop into your mind, just notice when they do and allow them to be released and to drift on by. Becoming aware now of your breath. Going to start to breathe together Inhale in 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3. Exhale, 2, 3. Inhale. Exhale. Breathing at your own rhythm, continuing like this. Keeping your awareness on your breath. Allowing yourself to be open to seeing those parts of you, those things that you desire, those things you want to achieve and to become, the things that are calling that part of your soul. Things that you wouldn't dare speak out loud. And we don't have to do anything with them. Just be curious. Being honest. Noticing when judgment comes up and not judging yourself for judging yourself. This is where we learn who we truly are. Noticing where any tension has returned to your body and just allowing it to soften. Bringing your awareness to your heart as you breathe. Feeling it beating in your chest. And maybe even across your entire body. So it's time to start breathing with the wave of breath. The invitation is to breathe through an open mouth, pulling the air into your stomach, feeling your stomach rise as we have been. Then your ribs, your your chest and even your neck before letting go. There's no rush. Play with the rhythm, see how slow you can do it without pausing between the inhale and the exhale, without forcing the exhale. Breathing in, feeling your stomach rise, your ribs, chest, and even your neck before releasing on the exhale. If your mind starts wandering, notice and bring your awareness back to your breath. Pulling in the air, filling the lungs completely before letting go. Nice and slowly. It's okay to get lost, but keep coming back. And for the last couple of minutes, I'm going to invite you, if it feels right, to breathe a little faster. Still exploring with curiosity, playing with the speed as you breathe into your stomach, ribs, chest, neck, before the wave of breath is released back down. Once again, I'm going to invite you to have a breath hold on empty lungs. So if it feels right, after your next exhale, hold your breath with empty lungs. Knowing that you can breathe whenever you're ready, but just with curiosity, exploring, feeling your heart, the sensations of your body. Slowing everything down. We're nearly there. And take a deep breath in. And at the top, hold. And release. And now breathe however feels comfortable, only take in the air that you need. Where are you being called? That you often avoid? What parts of you are ready to be seen, to be heard with love? Notice where your strength is. What message do these hidden parts of yourself have for you? And how can you show them love moving forward? What do you want to take with you? What do you want to remember? As the music starts, it's the signal that we're about to come back. We're just remembering the messages you receive through the strength card and setting the intention to stay connected to this archetype, at least for the rest of the day. Noticing where your body would like to move, allowing it that movement, even if it's just gentle moves, maybe a curl or bend of the spine, maybe a gentle face massage or a neck roll, maybe stretching, hugging, smiling, and remembering, make sure you look after yourself today, to make sure you drink plenty of water, you stay nourished, you remind yourself throughout the day how strong you are, and remind yourself to have curiosity about those things we often keep hidden. And so when you're ready, open your eyes. Thank you very much, everyone, for joining. I really enjoyed that. I hope you did too. And I hope you'll join me again tomorrow as we continue our journey along the shadow path of the Major Arcana. Thank you very much.